This episode of Lore Drop is sponsored by Caleb Uckel. Shout out to Monica Gomez's baby daddy.
Mariano's most recent plan at this point is poisoning Dustria City's water supply with vampire blood in order to spread vampirism across the city.
And what if I said that was kind of hot? What?
You know?
Drop a Reinvent podcast where we talk about all things reinvent. I'm Abby, the executive director of Reinvent Productions.
I'm Ben, the creative and artistic director.
And our third party member with us today is
Monica. She's back again, baby.
Boo, boo, boo. Boo, boo, boo. This is a fun batch record day for us as Monica, oh my gosh, by the time that this comes out, there will be a baby.
We'll have a little friend, so yeah.
Nice.
Maternity leave is on its way.
Yes, so we're prepping for Monica's maternity leave by doing a wonderful little batch recording today.
Yeah, if I sound tired by the last, whenever that last episode comes up, you know what happened.
Yeah.
You know, and that's fine. She is being a superhero by literally creating life.
Yeah.
Right now, and I think that's really.
I just dabbed in case anyone can't see it, but I did.
We knew. They knew. They could feel it.
They felt it in the air.
But anyway, so today for this episode, we're going to be talking about Timothy Ilyushina, who is the founder and first leader of the Bandits Trade Union.
Yeah.
He's a major character within Children of Destiny Cataclysm.
Mm-hmm.
Is he a major character this season?
In season 1?
Yeah.
No, not really. He shows up as a cameo at the end.
It was like based on the call sheet.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But he will be showing
Moving
up
forward, yeah, he's
a lot more.
present.
And technically right now we are developing, well, you're not developing, I am developing Timothy Ilyushina's daughter for the Yaggle one act.
Oh.
Remember that?
Yes, I remember that conversation now. I had to go
back into the recesses
mind
of his
palace.
I saw him. He was looking
was
at
like,
the books on the bookshelf. Yes.
Yeah. I forgot about that too.
Anya Ilyushina is a character that is in the is in Secret Strings, the one act that we are developing for Yaggle to take to Theater Network Texas this summer. And looking at the timeline, we will have just come back from that trip, so that's really crazy. Because this episode is coming out in June. But anyway.
Happy Pride.
Happy Pride, indeed.
Look for all the rainbows. Before we get too much further into talking about Timothy, we have to decide the most important part of the episode, which is what animated trio the three of us are today.
I came prepared just for this singular episode. I forgot.
Nice.
I did forget we were batch recording. But today is Yuji Itadori's birthday. Shout out to my boy. So we're gonna be the season 1 trio. So Abby is Nobara.
Again.
So sorry, babes. That's who you are. I mean, it's gonna be. I think we already know.
Yeah.
No, I know.
I think we all know where this is going.
Yeah.
Ben is, of course, Megumi.
Right. Yeah.
And I'm gonna say it like that. I'm not changing my. And I am Yuji Itadori,
Nice.
reporting for duty.
That is the exact same assignments to when we had Sierra on for the
Sierra!
episode.
And we went on a long rant about how I like boys that at first are emotionally unavailable, but then become super emotionally available.
For sure.
That's my type. So Ben being Megami is a good time for me.
That's great. Yes. And
I will say, since that episode, I did talk about how I was casually rewatching Jujutsu Kaisen at work.
As one does.
Which is a very difficult show to casually rewatch.
Yeah.
Nubara is growing on me.
Yeah, there we
Wait,
go.
you were not a Nobara fan prior to
No.
She
this?
was not.
I'm switching it then. I'm switching it. I'm Nobara. You don't deserve her.
Okay, that's
You're
fine.
Yuji Itadori.
Okay.
And that works out even better because I'm a big Idafushi lover. So you two can be shipped together.
Hey, that
And
works
then
great.
I'll have resonance.
Nice.
Well, okay, listen. This is why I didn't like Nobara. I saw too much of myself in her.
Oh, that's right.
and that's like why I have a hard time. I had a really hard time with Deku for a long time as
Sure.
well in My Hero.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right up until the Shinzo fight, and
So
then
I
you
was
were
like-
like, "Oh man."
I was like, why does this kid cry all the time? And I was like, well, that's...
She's putting up a mirror. It's so hard.
And you're like, shoot. Anyway, I mean, I'll take Yuji.
Yeah, you can have it.
Yeah.
Actually, I want to make it that way.
Nice.
I've decided right in this moment.
Perfect.
There we go.
That's
I love every time I play another I play another video game that has resonance in it as a skill, and I just every time I do it, I go resonance as if I was Nobara. So
Nice.
that feels right. That feels right and just.
That works
Heck
great
yeah.
for me.
I love that.
And again, I was like, I want to make an Idafushi joke, but I was like, not with Ben. I love you, brother, but not like that.
No, you're good, yeah.
So this is great. This works out great for me and my BL tendencies.
There we go.
That's crazy. Ben, tell us about Timothy Ilyushina.
Yeah. So, Timothy Ilyushina, he is a human who is also the founder and first leader of the Bandits Trade Union, as Avi said before. Born in good old 1963, and he lives up until 2034. Timothy also has the Fluorite Power Ring, which grants him power mimicry abilities. But specifically, the powers that he's able to copy are the powers of other power ring users when they are within 50 feet of him.
Oh, now I remember how he dies.
Yeah,
Yeah.
in case you listen to
No,
any
no,
of
you
the
don't.
other episodes,
Oh, I don't. Oh, never mind. Okay.
No.
they've given me another person with a deadline. So
But yeah, so that is his ability. He can copy any of those, and so it works out really great because a lot of his employees with the Bandits have very like powerful power rings as well, and like very dangerous ones. But his notable allies include Owen Cambio, Kyle Wilson, Mike Walsh, Aurora Remington, and Henry Lucas. And notable adversaries include Cole Johnson, Thomas Jones, Saphir, Mariana Alphonse, and Andrew Blood.
I just realized that Timothy's power ring is like Kai's power in the Powerless trilogy, that book series I've been reading, that like every now and then I'll be like, hey, read this. And it's because the morally gray prince character says pretty words.
that's what they do.
But he's
Yep.
able to copy people's powers as well.
Gotcha. That's really funny.
But Ben came up with the verse. And it's the only one to ever come up with a character like it.
Totally. Sure.
He invented the trope.
For read that as sarcasm, please. But Timothy's first real world appearance is in Real World Year and in Universe Year 2016, and this is of course Universe 17 version that we're talking about in Cataclysm. He was introduced to Reaper as the leader of the bandits after the end of the Welcome to Dustria City arc. Reaper decides to go off and join the bandits instead of following his friends towards the Dustria City Police Department. And so that is when we get an actual introduction to him. So with that, we get into some of his story stuff, and we start with him before Cataclysm. So as you might guess from his name, Timothy is originally Russian. And so we go all the way back to the year 1987, when he has to flee from Russia. Being part of organized crime really runs in Timothy's family his whole life. And so in Russia, there was a war between major crime families, the Ilyushina family and the Voronins. And the Ilyushinas were almost entirely wiped out as a result of this crime war that was going on. The only two survivors are Timothy and his younger sister, Helena. And so they are driven out of Russia. On their way out, they are chased into a forest where, as a result of being in the cold, Russian wilderness, he sort of makes the decision that, okay, I can't outrun them while I am carrying this baby with me because Helena is 2 years old at this point. And so he does what any teenage boy would do in the situation, hides her in a tree, and says, I'll be back, and tries to lose his pursuers. And so when he is able to eventually return to said tree, she's not there anymore. Helena's missing. And so after searching the forest for the entirety of the rest of the night, resigns himself to the belief that she is dead, and then continues on his own and flees Russia from there. And so also believing that he is the last of the Ilyushinas as well. A very tragic beginning for Timothy here.
Bummer.
It's very Anastasia. I love.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, I was about to say, it's like,
Yeah.
It's very silly that you let me name his daughter Anya with that fun little connection.
I don't think I knew that you named her that, honestly.
Oh, well, I did.
Yeah.
Did this happen in December, perhaps?
Oh, man. So the next thing we get with him is when he forms the Bandits in the year 1990, so 3 years later. And so after that, he flees Russia and is sort of traveling around the world, puts some of his crime training to work as a paid mercenary, and eventually ends up in Africa, where he works commonly with Owen and Oswald Cambio. The three of them work really well together, and they say, hey, what if we just make a little like small company out of the group of us? They say, okay, like, picture how men do now in the 2020s. And they say, hey, there's three of us who like each other. Let's make a podcast instead.
No! Yeah. Yep.
Same vibes.
But, starting organized crime.
Yeah.
Organized crime podcast.
They're the same.
Listen,
that's actually the same thing.
Listen, I'm not saying that the rise of podcast is directly correlated to the fall of organized crime, but it's a little bit of a coincidence, it seems to me.
I feel like if we tread any further, someone might find us.
Someone's got to knock at the door in like 2 minutes from now. But yeah, so then they form the Bandits there as well. And then I actually forgot to put these here in the notes, but around the year 2015 is also when Gemstone Industries has started rolling out the power rings, and they reached a certain wave where they're like, okay, we're going to now auction off this, I think it's wave 2 of the power rings. These ones are going to be auctioned off at this little like art gallery and thing. And so one of the rings here is bought, and then the rest of them are stolen by the Bandits. And so the Bandits are able to walk away from that with all of the power rings that they end up with.
It's just because they didn't have a podcast they didn't have an outlet.
It's
so
true.
It was like
Mm-hmm.
crime podcast. Didn't have the recording equipment.
Yeah.
And I bet those Bandits had a lot of feelings they could have talked about.
Yeah.
But they just repressed them all.
Yeah.
Lashing out via stealing. Was the one that got bought the one Andrew Blood?
No.
A different one. Okay.
That one, the one that got bought, I believe, was White Frost's power ring.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Which is a great little segue into their
next big thing, which is the vampire poison plot.
I genuinely was waiting for vampires. I'm not going to lie. I have not seen this document, so I knew there was going to be vampires.
This one's fun. I always love talking about this one. So in this one, Timothy and the Bandits end up joining forces with the Bastions, the group of vigilantes in Dustria City, in order to prevent Mariana Alphonse, the sort of matriarch of the vampire mob to the south of Dustria City. Mariana's most recent plan at this point is poisoning Dustria City's water supply with vampire blood in order to spread vampirism across the city.
And what if I said that was kind of hot? What?
No one would be surprised.
Yeah, no, you would not be incorrect.
But also, yucky.
But yeah,
Ew.
it's one of those that for Timothy and the Bandits, there's a little bit of a sense of obligation because they did have dealings with Mariana's vampires, like giving them weapons before this, and so they armed this vampire group to get them to the point where they could do this. And they said, "Hey, if everyone turns into vampires, that's really bad for business."
Everyone makes mistakes. Sometimes you give a war criminal weapons.
Exactly.
Oops.
Oopsie daisy. But yeah,
we're gonna see how well this episode ages.
From the minute I said something like 5 minutes ago, I was like, that's not gonna.
We're recording
That's
this in March 2026. Just
Yeah,
the
it's all good.
timestamp. It's fine.
it's a good thing we added these. But yeah, so that is their last big thing that happens before the start of Cataclysm. And so, as I said before, Timothy is introduced there at the end of the Welcome to Dustria City arc, where he welcomes Reaper and Mike Walsh into the Bandits. And so from there afterwards, we get the Council of Three arc is the next thing that he pops up in, where Timothy is actually the one who orchestrates the kidnapping of Roy Smith after the assassination of the other two members of the Council of Three. And so this was sort of a joint operation between Gemstone and the Bandits, where Gemstone is like, hey, we'll orchestrate the assassination attempt if you organize the kidnapping attempt. So that it looks just disjointed enough that people can't really like see what's going on here. And so he does. Timothy uses his members of the Bandits as well as reaches out to a bunch of other bounty hunters that he knows and who owe him favors to actually get Roy Smith kidnapped after the assassination attempt is happening. And so from there, as part of this deal, Gemstone is then going to give us some backup in sort of restabilizing the criminal underworld of Dustria City, because it's gotten a little bit shaky here recently with Andrew Blood's people, the Blood Oath Militia. And Gemstone then went back on their word. as a surprise to
No, not gemstones.
Yeah.
They would never.
No, exactly. So Timothy and the bandits are then attacked by the same bounty hunters that they had paid, because if there's nothing that Andrew Blood loves more than going up to someone and saying, hey, I'll pay you more, and using that to his advantage. So those bounty hunters and a few court spots are sent to the Bandits Trade Union headquarters, and they entirely destroy the building. But the bandits do escape, and it's one of those that is played off by Gemstone afterwards as, hey, they're the ones who orchestrated the kidnapping, and then we did you guys a favor by running them out of the city. And it looks really good for their PR.
Don't worry, everyone. We've handled this.
We took care of it, yeah.
It's fine.
And so after that, the bandits relocate to Pirates Bay, is their fallback area. So Timothy and the bandits go there and build a new location and get a fresh start for themselves here. But not before Timothy makes a new little plan, because he does not like to let go of these things. So we see him again in the Order of the Unbound arc in 2017.
I do have a question before we go too much further into this next arc. So we've been watching My Hero Academia Vigilantes, and the two names are escaping me right now, but like the two dudes who have the little warehouse business that Eraserhead comes
the Hopper brothers?
Yeah, the Hopper brothers. Like, is that like kind of the vibe at the beginning of the relocation to Pirates Bay?
Maybe a little bit. The thing is, then we get to this a little bit later on, but when they get to Pirates Bay, they start leaning much more towards legitimate business than crime business.
They were like, we're done with this life of crime.
We've grown out of our podcaster phase.
Oh my god.
Yeah, they're in the 2010s. They're starting to think about
their 401ks.
Yeah. Longevity.
Exactly.
Roth IRAs.
But so with the Order of the Unbound arc, Timothy ends up reaching out to one individual known as Strike, who is the leader of the Order of the Unbound. They orchestrate together a series of targeted attacks on various individuals across Dustria City who specifically have connections to or work with Gemstone Industries and the DCPD. Because Strike has specific beef with Richard Briggs, and Timothy has specific beef with Gemstone Industries. And so what they sort of try to plan out here is getting the two of them to fight each other finally, to get each other to take themselves down. And specifically, Timothy seeks revenge against Gemstone for disrupting that control that he had over the criminal underworld. And so over a series of a few weeks, it is eventually found out that, okay, no, there's something a little bit more going on here by the other sides. And Timothy and Owen end up, they are teaming up with the Order of the Unbound, and there is a final confrontation at this abandoned mansion down in what used to be the Sunlight District. And so there is a group sent by the DCPD to finally have this confrontation with the Unbound and with these two. And so in this big confrontation, Timothy has a fight against Thomas Jones, and so where he is showing off how he mimics the powers of other ones, because Thomas has that electrical ring. And so it's a very gnarly fight. One that gets very close. Ultimately, Navita ends up coming in and saving Thomas at the last second, breaking the rules of the one-on-one fights, which ultimately makes the whole competition devolve into a massive fight between everyone.
Navita.
Yep. But yeah, and so that does end with the Order of the Unbound being defeated, and Timothy and Owen being brought into, they are arrested and brought into custody and sent to the Dustria City prison, which is where we see them next, because some friends of theirs are also there in the Dustria City prison. Mike Walsh and Arim also came to the city a little bit earlier than that and turned themselves in. And so at this point, a little bit later, Timothy is then, and his other friends of the Bandits are broken out of the Dustria City prison by their good old crazy member of the Bandits, Braja Roughscale. He is a lizard folk and is absolutely insane. But along with them are new recruits Henry Lucas, Marcus Forsyth, and Luther Python. And so the four of them lead this sort of prison break attempt by like sneaking in all this stuff. Other people, as I said, who are also rescued in this prison break are Owen Cambio, Mike Walsh, Arim, and Captain Amazing.
What?
Captain Amazing was also in this prison. I think we talked about this in the Dustria City episode, or the Bandits it was the Bandits as a whole episode. And so yeah, Captain Amazing was being held in this prison after messing with some court spot stuff.
Because he was just being a good guy.
Yeah.
Just being a good guy. I'm imagining it's like one of those, like, this is the end of the movie. We're getting everyone out of prison, and it's like the Marvel Universe, like, cut over.
Yeah.
You just see like Captain Amazing like head bowed like, oh, you're here for me.
Yeah. Oh
Get
man, that's great.
Get the
And
Superman.
like shoot.
You get the Superman,
Yeah.
Superman looking Hayden Bradley in the
Yeah.
corner,
Yeah.
and you're like,
What about this guy?
Yeah.
And Braza, who I this is my crazy person voice. It's like, oh, what about the
Yeah.
guy in the back? Yeah, he can come along.
Yeah, bring him with us.
this guy's really buff.
We're gonna need some muscle.
He's like 62,000 feet tall.
And then it's like Captain Amazing will return for whatever Tournament of Champions.
We don't see him for 10 years.
You're like, who is this?
Oh man.
And then the nerds like me and Ben and Monica are like, oh, we remember
Yeah.
that guy.
For reference, to also give a timescale of when we're recording this, the Spider-Man Brand New Day trailer just came out, and we finally got to see the Scorpion payoff after 10 years. But yeah, no,
We
absolutely.
love sad Spider-Man.
Yeah.
We do. I think everyone loves
Yeah, no,
That's
it's
the
true.
best Spider-Man.
Because he's still a hero in spite of being depressed.
Whoa. Whoa.
Crazy. Anyway.
Couldn't beat me. Except it is. Anyway, continue. Sorry.
But
My mom
yeah,
listens
so
to
that
these.
is sure. Oh,
I'm still
man.
taking my Wellbutrin and Prozac. If anybody wants to sponsor it, that'd be
Nice.
great.
Prozac sponsorship.
Be set for life. Anyway.
Nice. So the next time that we see Timothy is in the Tournament of Champions arc, because the Bandits are also chosen champions of Caius, the Thunderforge god of knowledge. And so leading up to the Tournament of Champions, actually, Caius holds a training session for all of his champions. And in this training, they're sort of all sent through this like funhouse style maze of all these puzzles and rooms and stuff. So they all have to like split up and sort of like work with each other and people that they typically don't work with to solve a lot of these problems that are coming through here. And in this training, Timothy encounters his long lost sister Helena. Little did he know that she also was able to escape and made her way to Dustria City, and she works for Gemstone Industries.
Oh, no.
And so both of them reuniting here causes both of their power rings to awaken, and having this family reunion. And from this as well, Timothy gains the ability to store the copied powers of the other ring bearers that he's holding on to. And so he can store up to 3 of these powers at a time, and they can be stored for 1 week at a time.
That's crazy.
Mhm.
That's sick.
Yeah, it's very Monoma in My Hero.
Yes.
Yeah, and so with that as well, he sort of resolves as like, oh, my sister actually is alive. And this whole like motivation for why I've been like wanting to continue this crime thing, he starts like grappling with like, maybe I don't need to keep doing this whole organized crime thing. And so after that as well, with the actual Tournament of Champions, he participates in the Tournament of Combat and is defeated in the 3rd round of this tournament by Shin Nobunaga of the Secret Six. And that is the last big fight that we get from him. And his last big appearance in Cataclysm as well. And so after Cataclysm, he carries on life as a citizen of Pirates Bay, going on and sort of progressing with the Bandits Trade Union here as a legitimate business, turns over this whole new leaf and becomes a very well-respected member of the community there in Pirates Bay as well. Still definitely deals in like giving people information but it's much less of like, I'm not going to blackmail and do like violent crimes anymore. I'm just going to be like, yeah, I listen. I keep up to date with what's going on. I don't participate, but I like being informed,
Yeah. And if you want to be informed,
then all I ask is
There's a price for
yeah.
that, but
Let's
we can
figure
make
out
it,
what that price is
it
together.
can be above the board.
Yeah.
No need to be sneaky.
Exactly. And so the next time we see him is actually in the Dynamite campaign, when he shows up in the Lady Legacy arc, once Aurora has reunited with the Lady Legacy and they are on their journey to find the Wanderer. Timothy and the Bandits are actually the ones, and we're now in 2026 is where we're at now, so it's been a good few years. But they provide information to the party about the legend and the myth of the blue-scaled Wanderer and how to find him. And so they are the ones who sort of point them in the direction of go to the desert next to Dustria City. You're just gonna have to wander lost for a while, and he'll find you if you're lucky enough. Is what they are told.
let me tell you, it sucked.
Yep.
Aurora almost died.
It was
several times.
the game mechanics of that one. It was almost a full month.
Ugh.
Of Aurora, Overkill, and Adriana wandering the desert. So they like went through all their rations. They were at all three of them were at like this is the only time I've ever actually used exhaustion mechanics in D&D. Like the exhaustion mechanics, and they were all at that level 5 exhaustion. And then they got the good luck roll because they were rolling luck every single day to see if he would come across them.
We were not rolling very well up until that.
If you were at level 5 exhaustion, there's no way you were rolling
exactly.
well.
But yeah, and then we see him, Timothy, one more time in the 8 Days War arc. Timothy and the bandits did not join the Earth Defense Legion, but they did at this point decide to participate in the 8 Days War alongside them. They end up bringing the Wanderer to the Great Sands, the desert that this war is happening in, because the Wanderer disappeared after the liberation of Rondor, and so they were like, hey, these people probably need him, and so they took it upon themselves to go find him again and rejoin the battle there at the very end.
And their luck rolls were good.
Yeah.
So.
Apparently.
But after Dynamite, the next thing that we get from Timothy is finally passing the torch in the year 2030. A good 40 years after forming the Bandits, Timothy officially retires as the boss of the Bandits Trade Union and names Kyle Wilson as his successor to that title. And then goes on, still is like around and like working and doing stuff, but then goes off sort of and starts doing his own thing, which we won't really get into because there are secrets about what happens after that. A lot of crazy events and stuff. But yeah, that's Timothy.
That's that guy. That's our boy.
Timeline wise, what's pretty nifty is that we're gonna have some overlap in talking about certain events during this batch record today. But since he's a citizen of Pirates Bay in 2018, he would have been around Pirates Bay whenever the Lady Legacy got bombed.
Yeah.
By Malcolm the first time. So I think that there's like an interesting little overlap there.
Yeah.
Kana probably got to be good buddies with some of the bandits, being like, hey, I need some stuff. You got the good stuff?
One of those big winks.
Yeah.
They're like, is something in your eye? And she's like, just
give me the illegal things.
Yeah.
Gotta fix my boat.
Yeah.
Somebody touched my boat. It's like the American Navy. Somebody touched my boat.
This was good.
Yeah.
A fun fact for all those listening is that I've been helping Ben out with the recording of season 1 of Cataclysm. Just
yeah.
Email girl.
My extra brain.
Yes. And so I don't know a whole much. I did not know a whole lot about the lore going into that, other than I know that I like spreadsheets and Ben makes good spreadsheets.
Yeah.
And I was like, I can send emails to people. So this was cool to learn a little bit more about one of the characters that I see their name all the time on the sheet of paper, but I don't know exactly what that means. That's fun. So with this timeline, I'm assuming we skipped over whatever is going to be in season 1, but where does it fall? Or is it after? Is it after?
So yeah, his stuff, the Council of Three arc is like a little bit after the events of season 1. It's a few weeks later.
Okay. I was just curious about where it lined up.
Yeah.
I feel like we need to put warnings at the beginning of all of these Cataclysm related characters. It's technically this is spoiler area, but it's
well, this was vague enough. We've learned a lot about Timothy, but I think
it's
different.
The specifics of a lot of the events aren't actually gone into.
Yeah,
and it's going to be different hearing actors perform the drama.
Yes,
for
absolutely.
Sure. It's like reading a Wikipedia. My favorite activity. I read the Wikipedia page of a movie, and I go, "That sounds good. Let me watch the movie," and it's even better.
Yeah, absolutely.
No, totally.
Here's a fun little writing exercise that'll actually help me, current Abby, in March 2026. So we did talk about I mentioned the Yaggle one act that we were working on. So this Secret Strings, which is a not a spin-off, but it is loosely inspired by the devising work that we did for Talon Squad Trust and Turmoil. Because me working with Youth Artists Guild Lubbock, I was approached to be like, hey, would you want to do a devising project with our kids to make a one act to take to Theater Network Texas. So I'm hoping that by the time this episode comes out, we will have had a great trip. If not, we'll edit all this out. But the whole thing with developing Secret Strings is that we were looking at characters that were in Talent Squad, Trust and Turmoil, finding what bits were interesting to the kids about the characters, and then making some kind of story with one of the characters that was in the tabletop for Trust and Turmoil and aging them down and doing a little bit of a backstory. So Secret Strings follows Amber Timmermans, who's Hitman in Trust and Turmoil, as the kind of the main character, but her as a teenager in boarding school. And we have it that her best friend, we were like, oh, it'll be an extroverted kid who like it's like someone who adopts the introverted person. So I was talking with Ben. I remember very distinctly, I was sitting on the dryer in our kitchen, being like, I got 9 kids I got to come up with characters for. And we were trying to figure out like, okay, who could be referenced with certain things. And Ben was like, you know what could be interesting? Timothy Ilyushina might have a kid that he would just pawn off to a boarding school. It's like some like illegitimate child or whatever. So I think it'd be fun to let's just throw some spaghetti at the wall. Where'd this little Anya come from? So Secret Strings takes place in 2011. So can work backwards. So Anya Ilyushina is like 14, 15 in that story. So what happened in the late 90s with Timothy? It was just a little soiree.
Pull up that timeline. Let me see. Where was he at?
Where were you at?
Where were you in 1990?
So, well, in 1990, he was in Africa. We don't like, but
well, it'd be late 90s.
That specific year is what I'm saying. So past that, I don't know. I don't have written down when they get to Dustria City. Sometime before 2014.
What if it's the vampire and
that's crazy.
And the war crimes and the weapons.
That's funny.
That's crazy. Hold on. Now I gotta.
If anything, I would say it would be really interesting if the Bandits first tried setting up shop in France instead of Dustria City. Because I don't know if we've talked about this before. In France, magic is illegal. That was a holdover from the French Revolution, was that they were like, magic is a tool of the elite and the upper class, and so we will outlaw it forever. And so in France, because of that, there is a magic mafia called the Soleil family who is there. And so I imagine that they first try setting up the Bandits in France, and then the Soleil family are like, nope, this is ours. You can leave.
Fair.
So that's something that I think could be an area in which that happens.
Yeah. So Anya would be born in 1996 or 1997.
No.
I did a little hand thing.
No. Bad, Abby, bad. All I'm thinking now at this point is, what are the implications of Les Mis in the reinvent world if magic's outlawed, but it wasn't for a time.
Man, that'd be
I'm gonna go rewrite that.
That's
right
great.
really quick for
very
everyone.
interesting musical now.
I love it.
That would be very interesting to just think, because it's also like, I'm assuming that if he just doesn't want, not necessarily, I don't know if he like does he want anything to do with this child? Is he the one paying for boarding school? She has his last name.
I feel, I don't know. I feel like he feels a certain sense of responsibility, but he's like you're not part of the Ilyushina like lineage, probably.
Got a lot of family issues.
Yeah.
From just the way that he had to flee. So I could see, I mean, that tracks for me, where he's like my sister's dead, I have no family. And then it's like, oh, but you here's this illegitimate heir, and he's like, that's not mine.
Yeah.
Here's some money, I guess, though.
Because it especially strikes me as ironic, because later on, like with the Bandits, he does like create this honestly a very powerful like found family
Yes.
group with that.
But just doesn't want
And
anything to
so-
do with his actual child.
Yeah. And I think that's a very interesting like realm to explore.
Yeah, because then that
Yeah.
puts a chip on Anya's shoulder.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's like, he wants, and again, I've said this before, I'll say it again, Bandits is a boys' club.
Yeah.
Very much
There
so.
are very many boys.
A lot of boys. She's like, my dad would rather hang out with his boys' club than invest in me. That's why I'm gonna.
And then one of her
Accidentally
friends
join
writes
a
yaoi
cult.
about the bandits.
That's great.
Whoa, a group of all men bandits?
Whoa.
The source material's crazy.
No, Anya has some issues in high school.
Yeah.
Like, she accidentally almost gets involved in this cult. She does get
Yeah.
involved.
Okay, fine.
She didn't realize it was a cult where all the women who were involved in this very powerful organization around the world, that they're these women that are technically controlling a lot of political climate, that they have to kill a guy to get initiated into it.
The whole plot of what is it? Silent Strings is no. What is it?
Secret Strings.
Secret Strings
Mhm.
is women's rights and wrongs. That's what I'm hearing.
Well, I mean, possibly.
But I think that gives, yeah, if like in this thought experiment we're doing right now, it's Timothy's like, I don't want anything to do with this
Mhm.
daughter of mine. It
Yeah.
to me it makes sense. Then her logical next step was like, well, I gotta find somebody who's gonna want me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Ooh.
Yeah. And then that's such a like that creates very like potent parallels
Yeah.
with their stuff that can be explored
Yeah.
later on. Yeah, that's good stuff.
Do you think after when he retires in 2030, that he can oh, Monica
No.
shaking
I
her
don't
head
think
real,
so.
No,
real
he's only got
hard.
4 years left at that point as well. Before he's like Dunzo.
Dunzo's crazy way to say
No,
that.
because like I said, I think it's one that's like he, especially after like reuniting with Helena there as well,
Yeah.
is like, oh, I think there's, if anything, it's much more likely that in the time gap between Cataclysm and Dynamite that there's something that happens.
Yeah.
But
Not
not
a full
post
reunion,
retirement.
but
Yeah.
like a maybe.
Mhm. I imagine, and it reminds me, what could be interesting. I know I've seen this story somewhere. I genuinely cannot remember where it is that I've seen this kind of story before. But where one person like swears vengeance against, this person is like, oh, I'm gonna get my
Yeah.
revenge on them because they ruined my life and they are this awful evil person, and then they finally hunt them down and see, oh, no, they have like completely abandoned the old way that they used to be and have turned into a normal person, and they are not the same person that I've been hunting for the past however many years of my life.
Yeah. And then we give
Um,
Anya another complex
Yeah.
later in life.
Anya. No, that's interesting.
Mhm.
And I think that's an interesting parallel for like what I'm doing with Amber's character as
Yeah.
well. Of like
Yes.
when she encounters her father again.
Eee.
There's a lot of daddy issues going on within this.
Yeah.
That's okay because
episode.
the boys wrote a lot of mommy issues in there for their Talent Squad
not
characters.
Yeah,
Incorrect.
that's true. Yeah.
One thing that I like, and this is maybe me just kind of in my mind hoping for this, but what I like about Timothy's power ring, at
Mhm.
least, is I love the like pettiness that can come from being someone who can copy powers, where it's like, and like maybe in my mind, it's like kind of holding back and like letting the electricity guy
Mhm.
go off, like,
Yeah.
look at what I can do. I've got electricity power. And it's like, oh, that's cute. Me too now.
Yeah.
And I just think like it's such a like a power move to be like, I can do exactly what you're doing. So now you're on your toes because you like have to think now another step ahead because you
Yeah.
thought you got the jump on me. And
Yeah.
that's one of, I didn't realize it until I was reading this. It's like, oh, that's a really sick power. And like, depending on how you
Yeah.
play it, it can be really cool.
He really walks up and says, "Your power? No. Our power."
power.
Cue the communist anthem.
Not the communist.
Yeah.
Not the communist.
Yeah.
But
no,
it also like strikes me as well.
There's the full circle
There
right
it is.
there.
that it makes for a lot of like really like sick moments, but it also strikes the thing that I always love, which is like a character's powers as an extension of their personality. Of like his strength is drawn from the other people around him as well,
yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
and it always has been.
Yeah. which is why it was so devastating when he had to flee Russia.
Yeah.
I love that. No, that's so cool.
He's a very interesting character that I personally want to explore more. Has he ever gone toe to toe with Andrew Blood?
That's one of his adversaries.
Yeah. I don't think they've ever like gotten into like an official like fight. It's much more like they're always at the negotiating table, right? Of it's like, no, Andrew's the one who has to approach them on behalf of the Blood Oath Militia and be like, hey, got this thing going on, right?
Every now and then, if he has to sign a piece of paperwork, he'll like use Andrew's shadow powers to like make a pen. Just like that's
Crazy.
a power move.
So kind of like a middle finger.
Oh, well, this is very useful.
I do think there is a bit in the Tournament of Champions where they like almost come to blows. And it's one of those is like none of the Tournament of Combat is the exception where there's like a chance for champions of the same Thunderforge to fight each other. But as we said in the Andrew Blood episode, Andrew was taken out in the first round of that tournament.
He big mad.
Yeah. And so there's a little bit of like, because the other thing is that tournament happens on the island of Terrasalis, which is where Lady Legacy Tale of the Tide takes place. And so there's a whole thing. It's kind of, regrettably, now that I'm thinking about this, it is very Fortnite-esque because all of the champions are sort of like dropped on the edges of the island and they have to make their way to the center.
Hey, you know what? You did that arc before Fortnite.
I didn't.
Ben actually invented Fortnite.
Yeah, that was around the same time Fortnite came out.
Oh no,
that's okay.
It's fine.
What are stories if not like us putting our own?
Yeah, well, and as well as like it wasn't like they were fighting across the island. Like they had to make it to the actual tournament grounds in the center, which is where all the tournaments happened. But it was like the first thing of like, okay, cool. Whoever gets here first gets like, proper, like there's special rewards and everything for getting there sooner.
Ben's take on Fortnite.
Yeah.
It's like a roguelite Fortnite.
Yeah.
The faster you speedrun it, the more awards you get.
Yeah, I don't remember if they're teamed up with each other because neither of them are with the main party. Because the interesting thing that happens there is that the party of Severica, Navita, and Saoirse at that point are paired up with Cole Johnson, is who they have to journey across the island with. And so and I just recorded with Garrett for Cole's lines yesterday.
Yeah.
And that was delightful.
Listening to the direction that Garrett was getting from Ben, I was like, man, this guy sucks. Not Garrett, Cole.
No, Garrett's great.
Cole Johnson sucks.
Yeah.
Garrett's performance, wonderful of this slimy human being. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think it's absolutely, I know I do have on a spreadsheet somewhere who was paired up with who for like journeying to the center of the island.
I also know you have that.
Yeah.
And I've never seen it, but I know you have it.
Sacred texts do exist.
Yeah.
That are just buried.
Mm-hmm.
What was Helena's power ring?
She has the rhodolite power ring, which gives her control over plants.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
And was it a happy reunion or was it a tense?
It was a happy one for sure. There was, because again, it's like Helena was so like young, like pre-memory for her.
Yeah.
But there's a sort of like, I've always had this picture of this person growing up. That's all I've had,
yeah,
right?
Very sweet.
And so it's like, you're the guy, you're the one.
Crazy that she got left in a tree and then
whoa, Ben,
plants.
did you do that on purpose? Whoa,
Who's to
your
say?
mind is so beautiful. Let's have a baby. I'm just kidding. Not right now.
Did she? Is she someone you're gonna talk through later, or can I like?
I don't think we have her on the schedule for this first year, but at some point we will for sure.
Got it. Well, then my curiosity was like, who took her? Where did you go? Like that kind of. But if we're
we'll save that for her episode. Yeah,
you guys can tell me offline.
Yeah,
we will make sure that whenever she comes up, because I'm sure she will.
Oh yeah, she'll definitely be in season 2.
Okay.
Of Cataclysm. That's the thing too of like I'll apologize in advance. Season 2 does not decrease the number of characters whatsoever.
Oh. That's fine. That's fine.
Yeah. If anything,
more
it's
emails.
one of those. It's like
More emails. More
DMs.
Yeah.
And I love it.
More work for Monica.
That's okay.
No, this is steering away from character stuff, but like just talking about our community. I just appreciate, Monica, that you've been so willing to, if I like text you a thing of being like, hey, can you do this thing? Like, can you write copy for this?
Oh my gosh, yeah.
And sometimes it's already done. That was.
And I'll be like, oh,
I already did that actually.
Like, sick.
that's really cool. And I'll be like, listen, like if it's too much ever, like just let me know. And I know that you will.
I will. That's something about me.
But I do like feel like I'm like obligated to say that, but I'm like, I know that she'll tell me whenever she's like, listen.
Yeah, the one ball that I dropped, I didn't get the monologues together for everyone, but
oh well.
everyone had really good monologues for our auditions.
for-
I was so impressed that I was like, maybe and I only made them because I was like, the people won't know what to read.
Right.
No,
But
they
then they all
knew.
came very prepared.
There were some really great like anime monologues.
Beth Brown
Made
made her own.
made one
Nice.
with like a bunch of Agents of Shield stuff and
Ooh.
books.
and Omar did a really great one from X-Men 97, which is like
It was so good. I think about it a lot.
That's
actually.
the writing, the dialogue writing is the one credit I'll give that show. I don't like much else about it.
Sure,
but
sure.
the dialogue is pretty good.
Noah Aguilar did a Captain America one.
Everything was
one lives
amazing.
rent free
Nice.
in my brain.
I was just so impressed with everyone. I was like, maybe I don't need to be in control of the time. Oh my God.
Nice.
That was me confessing also that I didn't do a task. That was my,
Yeah.
this is me absolving myself on the podcast.
Hey, there you go.
Nice.
You're gotta balance out that Catholic guilt.
Gotta balance it out.
Yeah. But that is one as well that that I don't know why this also just pops into my head. Of Timothy is one of the people who like technically doesn't use like an official alias, but this is a key thing of like anytime, especially around Dustria City or like crime stuff, anytime someone references the boss and you see boss is like capital B, it's usually about Timothy Ilyushina. And so that is one. It is a very tiny Easter egg in Ordinary Heroes as well.
Oh yeah.
And when Dark Fog is brutalizing that one Midwest Mafia member, and he says the boss will make me disappear.
It's Timothy. Ooh.
Yeah, a little name drop there.
That's fun. I
Yeah.
love that. I was genuinely like, who is that? I assumed it was Emma's character. Witch
Doctor?
I assumed it was
Yeah.
Witch Doctor. So that's so cool. That's fun.
No, the boss.
Yeah.
Cool. Love that. I love finding out little Easter eggs about shows I've directed.
Yeah.
Well, before we wrap up this episode, Monica, do you have anything you want to shout out, give plugs to?
Just Talon Squad, Trust and Turmoil.
Yeah.
As of this episode, we haven't had our first rehearsal yet, but we have everyone cast.
Yeah.
We've got things kind of in motion, and I'm just like so excited.
Yeah.
We have a beautiful cast, like so talented, so like everyone's so eager, and a really solid production team. So I'm just like, that's where
Yeah.
my brain's at right now. I'm just so excited.
No,
It's
I'm
crazy
hyped.
how time works because we will have closed that show by the time.
Sorry,
we
I'm
get to
shouting it
this
out later.
episode. No,
Yeah.
it's okay.
So what's happening? I guess, and then also listen to
I guess
Cataclysm.
Cataclysm will be coming out soon. Yeah.
Cataclysm is our third production of the year. Our goal with Reinvent Productions is to have at minimum one of our production slots every year to be an audio drama, because that's really where we got a lot of our start of Ben writing scripts. And back in 2019, a group of us from Missouri Western helped Ben record all
yeah.
the lines for a feature.
Yeah, that was the vampire poison plot was the thing. I wrote that story for my advanced screenwriting class. It was a feature length film script.
Oof.
And so there was one that I decided it's like I want to just do something with this at some point. I would love for this to be like animated maybe. And so as like a proof of concept, and this was entirely on my own. I think I did it for like a portfolio thing. Because I needed something for my writing portfolio. And so I was like, here, I wanted something more interesting than just putting like the pages in a PDF on a website and being like, look at this. So I was like, okay, I had Abby and a few of our other friends like record the lines from that script and then basically turn that into like an early audio drama type thing. And our professor was super hyped about it and he was like, this is so cool. And then I think like his like excitement over it really like put it in my head. I was like, oh yeah, no, this is if I lean into this way more,
Yeah.
then we can really
Shout out
roll
to
with it.
teachers.
Yeah.
Good ones.
Yeah,
Thanks, Tommy.
Yeah.
Tommy.
That's my shout out.
Mhm.
Shout out to teachers. Plugging Cataclysm.
We've
worked really hard on it.
He's the same guy who came and recorded Tale of the Tide.
Okay.
For us. Yeah.
Thanks, Tommy. You've been a big support for us.
Yeah.
And also, thanks to Jeff Stover, who taught Ben's audio classes at Missouri Western.
Yep. It was his voice acting class. Yeah. We also did an audio drama in that class.
Good old Missouri Western.
Yeah.
Rip in peace.
Rip in peace. But yeah. It looks like this will be like a little bit 10 days from when this episode comes out is when episode 1 of Cataclysm comes out.
Well, if you haven't listened to the pilot of Cataclysm yet,
wait 10 days and you'll hear the remastered version.
Yeah, that'd be really pretty. But definitely check out. We'll have links to just if you want to learn more about certain characters and different organizations and elements that pop up within Cataclysm. We'll have a link somewhere on our website, or we'll make like a link tree or something that has links to different elements that relate to Cataclysm. So if you want to do your homework beforehand, or if you want to do it afterwards, you can
a listening
check out this.
list.
Check it out.
What is it? Reinvent Wiki.
That'd be crazy. If at some point we end up with our
Wiki.
own little wiki.
I mean, World Anvil basically is a wiki website now.
Whoa, crazy. But yeah, if you're interested in supporting our third production of the year, just check out the show notes. Even just giving listens to previous podcast episodes, stuff like that helps us out so much in getting these stories out into the world. Our next episode of Lore Drop is going to be about Owen Cambio. We mentioned him a few times throughout this episode, but he is the right-hand man to Timothy, so we'll be talking more about him and some other details about the bandits in the next episode, so be on the lookout for that.
And remember,
being fantastic starts with being a fan.
I feel like I said that one really fast.
Slow down. Do a slow down.
We'll look at the neckboard mix for the next episode. Reinvent Productions is proudly sponsored by 5 Points Corporation Lubbock and Savannah Rashida Photography, as well as our other wonderful community patrons. Our home base in Lubbock is Hollingsworth Hall Cultural Center at 4228 Boston Avenue. For more information on how to support our 501c3 organization, you can check out our website at www.reinvent-productions.com. To directly support our upcoming audio drama, you can become a Lore Drop sponsor. For just $10, you can sponsor an episode of this podcast. All donations will go towards support for our upcoming production of Children of Destiny Cataclysm Season 1, which will begin releasing episodes June 22nd, 2026. Funds will go towards paying our wonderful voice actors and creative staff for their fantastic talent and time. We have over 30 artists globally working on this production, and we can't wait for you to hear it this summer. You can donate at givebutter.com/Lore Drop sponsor. You can also find us on Instagram and TikTok at reinvent.productions, as well as on Facebook and Twitch, where we stream gaming and a look behind the scenes on how we create our new works. Be sure to follow us to stay in the loop about upcoming productions, auditions, and more. Thank you so much for listening, and we'll catch you in the next episode of Lore Drop.